Welcome to the Cadence training video series. My name is Rakesh, and today I plan on introducing to you a function in Cadence that allows you to keep track of whether or not you're making sufficient margin on a vehicle service job, as well as a job that you may be rebuilding in-house. So first, let's start by going down to the service dashboard. And if we look to the bottom, there's an option called work order in progress with margin less than 30%. My company's configuration is currently set to 30%. However, that margin amount may fluctuate based on your company's configuration. So here you can see that I have 5 jobs that's in progress wherein my margin has dipped below 30%. I'm going to click on the number, and here you can see a breakdown where it's giving me the quotation number, customer account number, customer name, the type of work order. So rebuild and return is an item that's being rebuilt within the rebuilding facility, whilst vehicle service is a customer's vehicle that we're working on. It gives me an idea of the warehouse that's performing the job, my current cost that's recorded on the work order, which is made up of a combination of parts plus labor, and you have the selling price that's entered on the quotation level, and you have the margin that's calculated based on the selling price versus cost. And finally, if you look to the right, you have the profit that's displayed in dollars. Now, as we look at this here, let's dive into one of these examples. Let's look at quote number 42. Here you have the quote number, you have the customer code, you have the customer name, test customer. We know that this is a vehicle service and the job is being performed in our College Point facility. Our cost is currently set to $446.67, and we only have a selling price of $12.99. Now, clearly, our cost is much higher than our selling price. So let's take a look and dive into what's causing this issue. Is it that we forgot to enter a selling price on this quotation for the customer, or was there an issue in regards to the parts or possibly time that's clocked into this? Let's click on the quotation number here, and this would then take you to what we refer to as the summary for quotation. Now on this here, you have a bit of the customer information to the top. To the right, you have quote number, created on, warehouse, etc. Below that, you have the vehicle that we're working on. And now, I'm just going to scroll down a bit. Here you would see I have 2 different work orders. I have work order W0026, then I have another work order W0027. Work order W0026, if I look to the top here, that's a engine fine tuning part number, and the description is a vehicle service. And when I go to the right, my unit cost that I'm selling that at, there is no cost entered on the selling price, which simply means that on my quotation, there is no pricing entered for the part number engine fine tuning. Right below, we have the technician's breakdown, which shows the various times in which a technician has logged in and out of work order W0026. So you have the time that they spent and also their rate while working in this department. Here, this is your cost, and you can see that it cost us $285 so far to work on engine fine tuning for this customer. As I scroll down, we can see that there's a second work order connected to this quotation number 42. And this work order W0027 is for a labor part number of spark plug. Here again, you look to the right and you're seeing that the unit cost or the selling price is currently set to 0, which again means that no selling price was entered on the quotation for this part number. Right below that, again, you have the technician's time spent on job W0027 and his rate for this department. So your total for this job is 161.67. As we scroll down, you have a quotation level summary, which shows me my quotation W0026 and W0027. It shows me my cost and it shows me what I'm selling those two work orders for. It shows a breakup of shop supply that's calculated and also the EPA charges that's entered, and then shipping charges, if any, that was entered on the quotation. Here you have a total cost versus total selling price. It's important to note that tax is not included in the margin slash profit report, which is essentially the summary for quote page that we're looking at. Here you have the system giving you a margin as well as profit in dollars that you're currently making. And again, to fix this, clearly we need to go into the quotation and enter in a pricing. So let's go back into Cadence and let's close this option for now. Before we head into the quotation and modify the selling price, one of the questions that you have to ask yourself is, how do you know how much you should be selling that service for? Cadence has a tool wherein you can go in to start the flow and click on price calculator. And notice that the system would have automatically logged me into my customer test customer. And I can type in my company's name here and select the part group of on vehicle labor. And I could enter in my cost, which I got from the quote summary earlier, and click on the compute. And this is telling me that I should be selling my work order that was priced at 285 for 570, and I had another work order in the system for 161.67. I'm going to click on compute. I should be selling that for 323.34. Now that we have these pricings, now let's head on back to our quotation. So let's click on start the flow, quotes, and view quotes. Here we can type in our quotation number 42 and click on the enter key. Then I scroll down. We have the quote summary if we needed to go back into that and verify the part number against the pricing one more time. And let's click on the edit key. Cadence gives me alert that I should keep in mind that potential the tax, etc., can be recalculated based on any changes that's going to be done to this page. Now let's come to the engine fine-tuning section, and I'm going to hit edit on that. And I'm going to flip back over to my quote summary. My engine fine-tuning was related to my price of 285. And based on my calculator, let's enter in a special price of $570. We'll choose a reason of administrative charge and hit on the update button. Let's come down to spark plug and click on the edit icon, and let's enter in a special price of 323.34. And again, we select the special price reason and let's click on update. So here my total value now is 933.13. Scroll down. Cadence is calculating a 3% shop supply based on parts and labor. And let's click on the submit quote to save changes. Database updated successfully. Let's click on OK. And now let's go back to start the flow, quotes, and then view quotes, and look back up the quote number once more. This time, let's click on this icon, which is the quote summary icon. Let's take a look at our summary quote once more. So here you can see that my cost is 285 and I'm going to sell that for 570. And as I scroll down, my cost is 161.67 and I am going to sell that for 323.34. As I scroll down even further and I go to the quote level summary, you can see here that it's 285 again versus 570, 161.67 versus 323.34. My shop supply, my EPA, no shipping is involved. Again, tax is not included in this report. Here you can see we're making a total profit of $486.46 with a margin of 52%. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for your attention and go Cadence.